you got win number 600 tonight. Just talk about your career and how special that is for you.
Well, I've been very blessed to have a lot of good players and a lot of good coaches that I've worked with over the years, and I'm just very fortunate. A lot of support. I mean, my wife, has been with me for a long time and seen a lot of games, 36 years. I probably messed up that number, but that's okay. But at least I maybe gave us an extra one. But she's been there with us, and it's just been a very, very nice ride. But a lot of good coaches, a lot of good players, and I'm just fortunate to have the people that I've been surrounded by for so many, many years.
Talk about this team this year and just how special is this team, you feel?
I mean, this group's a really unique group of individuals. They're great kids, which all my teams for the most part have really been good kids, but this seems to be a good group of kids. We can continue to grow together. The energy I saw and them being happy about playing together today was really, really nice, and that's something as a coach that you want to see happen. That's what I saw on the film of Lamar and them having a gas station every time they came off because the teammates were excited about them. And we've got to grow together. We're going to be a better team in March than we are today. And, part of our situation is you're putting other additional pieces in there with Ryan King coming back and Deji coming back, getting to play, played more minutes today. It gave us a body that we hadn't had. Ryan King made a remarkable play running the floor. So, we're going to get better, but we've got a lot of hard work to get better.
Coach, it seems like your defense was pretty good today. I know rebounding Lamar was big inside, but it seems like y'all did other things well to make up for the rebounding.
Well, I mean, I think you have to give Lamar so much credit because in the zone we didn't do a great job of finding people and checking them off, and they were able to stay in the game. But when we made it 62-61, they were ahead, and we made a 9-point run. We got 3 rebounds and got off to the races to get some good buckets, and that's just something that we've got to really improve on and get better. Of course, we can't just seem to keep people from scoring. I was hoping, I looked up and I thought, well, maybe we keep somebody under 80, but that just doesn't seem to happen. But when you score 96, and in a fast-paced game, and they were really pushing the ball, so it made a lot of difference.
What's one of your fondest memories from these 600 wins? Do you remember one?
I can remember the first one. Can't tell you the score. Remember the first one here at Northwestern. I also can remember some at Iowa and some against Iowa, and I can remember some against Stephen F. Austin in conference championship tournament games, as well as when we went to Dayton after we won in that game there in the conference tournament. And there's some along the way that wouldn't seem like they have that much significance, but they're wins that got you to, a moment that was special, like a first round tournament win at UTA the first year I was here. Against a team that had thrashed us by 30-something points here earlier in January, and they happened to have one of my former players, Keith Green, that coaches at Captain Shreve now, on it. And they just torched us, and they were able to come back and get that, and eventually got knocked out in the championship game by the Lamar Cardinals to keep us from going to the NCAA the first year I was here. But things like that have such a big impact on your program to get into championship games, and I remember some of the losses as well, where we didn't get to the NCAA tournament or we didn't get to the finals or a conference tournament. But just really fortunate to be where I am, where our administration and staff, allow me to do the things I do. Greg Burke and Dr. Webb in the previous years, and now Dr. Henderson are very, very supportive of our basketball program. We're just blessed here at Northwestern, thankful.
Jalen talked about you being like a father figure. Zeke also said the same thing. Just talk about the family atmosphere you bring to this program.
Well, I've always felt like that if you're going to coach, this needs to be a ministry type thing, and you're going to reach out and you're going to love on kids. And those guys got great families, but it's okay if somebody else loves them and cares about them. And that's kind of why I'm in the business. I wrote something one time, Why Do I Coach? And is that I feel like it's an opportunity to impact young lives at a time in their life to when they're going to have a lot of things thrown at them, and sometimes that's difficult because the world is really pushing. It pushes all of us, and so sometimes I have to, give a little tough love, and those days aren't a lot of fun, but it does happen.
You were out at midcourt, and they brought out the cakes, but then as soon as that little part was over, you made sure your players shook hands with all the fans. It seemed like you kept a very routine thing even in this celebratory moment. How important is that daily routine been in your career?
You know, it's really important. Brooke and Scott Storr do a great job with getting their kids up in the stands. We've always tried to do that. Ours is really difficult because we're playing the second game and people are running off. Well, today was a great opportunity because everybody was kind of hanging around. So you want to steal that moment to where they can go up and let people in the stands know who they are. And, you know, because they are wonderful young people. And so many times in society, we only see people from a distance and we never get to know them. And that's something that we've truly tried to do. And our community really embraces our players from a standpoint of they're always involved during the holidays and things like that, of people trying to help us with different tasks, because it's a lonely time during the holidays up here. And so we're just really fortunate, and that's why we continue to try to do what we normally do.
Congratulations.